count mine. You know. Ask me what I'm doing, just grinding. Haters wanna hate, let them hate, never mind them. Be more bins, tryna reach the next plateau. And I can't stop till I achieve my goals. Keep a couple feet inside the photos. So official with the vibe, you can kick up my zone. Hold on for a minute, let me count mine. You know.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Damian Cryer, and I am back with another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, blessed, and amazing day today. If you have not subscribed to the Cryer family, all you have to do is turn that bell on to subscribe to the channel. But being subscribed only means you are subscribed. In order to get notifications every time I drop a video from the Cryer family, you must turn on that bell with the vibrating symbol. That way, all of you guys will get notifications. Also, guys, I am back doing reaction videos on the Cryer family reaction channel. To get to that channel, you must type in the Cryer Family Reacts. That channel used to be called the OMR, which stood for the Old Man Reacts, but I decided to go ahead and change the name of that channel, and not only change the name, but to start back bringing you guys daily uploads on that channel. Now, for those of you who haven't noticed, I've been dropping multiple videos for the last 2 days over there. I think I dropped 4 videos over yesterday and 3 videos today. All it takes is simply for you to leave a comment on something that you want me to react to, and I will make it happen for you guys. So today, I'm actually waiting on my food to get done. So when I turn the camera back on, you'll see a pile of food sitting in front of me. I'm gonna do like a little small chicken wing mukbang with some corn and a couple of little lobster tails, whatever. Just a little something to eat and stuff. And I wanna be touching on some things about what's going on. You know, it's been like a lot of devastation going on, mostly in part over in Buffalo, New York. I think it's Buffalo, New York, where 10 people were killed in a supermarket and 13 people were injured. And most of the people who lost their lives was old enough to be you and I's grandmothers, moms. These people were loved by someone. And it's just really sad and sickening to me, because somebody said something to me yesterday in the comments that, did you hear about what happened in Buffalo? And I didn't think nothing of it, because something's always happening. But it wasn't until I woke up today and turned on the news and realized what was going on, and it was just really sickening. And I'm probably gonna play some of the audio just so you guys can hear some of the things that's going on while I'm eating and stuff. So after this video, man, don't forget to comment on the video. Let me know what you think of the situation that's going on. It's really crazy, because when we think that we got our own problems and our own demons going on and personal things going on in our life, we don't realize that the next person has something even more crazier going on in their life. So I'm gonna end that right there, and I'm gonna see you guys in a couple seconds. Thank you, Lord, for this food I'm about to receive, Lord. Thank you for watching over me, my loved ones, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for keeping me healthy, Lord. I ask you to continue to bless me, my household, my family, my loved ones, my friends, and their loved ones. In the name of Jesus, amen. So as you guys see, I got some corn on the cob, which is one of my favorite vegetables. I got a couple lobster tails, and I also have some chicken wings. These were actually the whole wings, but from time to time, I like to take a shears and cut off the drum and just have just the flaps. I prefer the flaps over the wings. Comment down below if you guys, I'd rather have this part of the chicken than that wing part of the drum. There's nothing wrong with the drum, but I'd rather have the flat part. Anyway, I'm finna go ahead and play this audio for you guys. It's only like a 3-minute audio, and this is on some real stuff, because this isn't the only story. On May 6th, a black lady was getting on a bus, and she got on the bus with the guy who just got out of jail. And the guy ended up getting off the bus, and when the bus driver got back on the bus, the lady was dead, and they were the only 2 passengers on the bus. So I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Is it another pandemic coming our way? Because we just got over a very, very deadly pandemic that was just taking us all out. Even people were taking their own lives. And now I'm wondering if we have another pandemic coming where we all gotta be strapped up, because there's some weird stuff going on. But I'm gonna play this audio for you guys. I'm gonna remain silent while you guys listen to it, and I'll break it down for you.
Shooting 13 people, killing 10. We are hurting and we are seething right now as a community. Authorities say all but 2 of the victims were African American. This was pure evil. It was straight up racially motivated hate crime.
The aftermath, unvarnished tragedy. First responders seen here next to an apparently lifeless body.
I saw a lot of people who were in distress. They didn't know if their loved ones were okay.
Police say the attack began around 2:30 p.m. Saturday with the suspect opening fire in the parking lot of a Tops Friendly Markets.
Shots fired from
Then moving inside the store where a security guard fought back. That former Buffalo police officer being called a hero.
Fired multiple shots, struck the suspect, but because he had heavily armored plating on, that bullet.
I'm gonna stop that for a second. So basically, 10 people were killed and 3 people were injured. 13 people shot inside of this Tops food market. From my understanding, was the guy who killed these people traveled hundreds of miles. And he wanted to go to a location that had all black people. I guess this guy woke up and his mission was to kill black people. That was his mission, his whole entire goal. Let's keep going. This is crazy.
And around, the suspect engaged our retired officer, and he was ultimately shot and deceased at the scene.
Police say the attacker finally surrendered after putting a gun to his neck and then being persuaded by officers to drop it.
Yes, sir. I understand the charges.
Prosecutors say 18-year-old Peyton Gendron of Conklin, New York, is the man responsible, charged with 1 count of murder in the first degree. Authorities say he traveled hours to Buffalo armed with an assault weapon. 3 senior law enforcement sources tell NBC News it appears the N-word was...
Y'all hear that? He traveled hundreds of miles. This guy traveled hundreds of miles to take lives. The officer that did try to bring him down ended up losing his life as well. What type of stuff would make a sick person travel hundreds of miles just to take life? And people wonder why I be spazzing when I find out that somebody potentially threatened my life, and we ain't even hundreds of miles away. We in the same city. It's crazy, man. This is crazy.
Etched into one of multiple weapons recovered. Gendron allegedly wrote a manifesto inspired by white supremacist ideology. Twitch said the rampage was briefly live-streamed on its platform before the feed was removed. The tragedy marks the 4th mass shooting at a U.S. grocery store since March 2021, and it's the 2nd rampage to shake New York in just over a month.
Yeah, I'm angry. I've seen violence from guns on the Brooklyn subway and now in the streets of Buffalo. It has to stop.
Tops Friendly Market sharing a statement saying in part, "We are shocked and deeply saddened by this senseless act of violence, and our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families." Yet another American community now grappling with the unconscionable.
We can't let an evil person divide this community and an evil person divide our country.
A senior law enforcement official tells NBC News authorities are looking at that alleged manifesto filled with racist and anti-Semitic tropes. That potential disturbing manifesto also claims Gendron was radicalized on an extremist form because he was bored during the start of the pandemic, just part of the investigation into an allegedly heinous crime. Willie?
And once tragic and infuriating. Jesse Kirsch in Buffalo for us this morning. Jesse, thank you very much.
Now,
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube.
I'm gonna play something else for you guys. If I can find it real quick. Okay, I just found it. Trying to find the whole story for you guys, because I'm trying to figure this out here. Maybe you guys can help me figure this out and make some sense of this. This is a 1-minute video.
Verizon just gave us all a brand new iPhone 13.
We've been
just crazy, man. I mean, I'm trying to figure this out. Like, do we need to be worried? I mean, do we need to be worried? I mean, this is real stuff right here.
In Brooklyn, where an MTA bus was involved in a deadly crash, a woman was apparently hit while exiting that bus.
I'm sorry.
Eyewitness reporter Tim Fleischer is live from the scene.
It's the wrong story, guys. This story apparently happened on May 6th. Let me do my research again. I'll take this in. See the story. I'm trying to find the original story. So apparently it's saying that this woman was strangled. I should have had my ducks in a row before I actually did this. I should have had the videos already pulled up. But I knew I was going to be jumping around to different stories. Let's see if I can find this.
News alert. Phoenix police have arrested a man accused of killing a Valley mom on a city bus.
The shocking crime happened last week. Police say 41-year-old Josh Bagley strangled 41-year-old Diane Craig on Friday while on a bus near 27th Avenue at Baseline. She died at the hospital. It's still unknown whether Bagley knew Craig or even the motive behind this attack, but police say they arrested Bagley tonight near 27th Avenue and Indian School after someone called 911 about a suspicious person in the area. That person turned out to be Bagley. He's facing several charges tonight.
Begin with breaking news. After 4 days on the run, the man accused of strangling a woman to death on a city bus has been arrested.
Let's go to Team 12's Adriana.
Strangle her to death.
From the victim's family and Adriana, what are they saying about this?
Guys, the family tonight says they feel relieved that the man accused of killing her is now off the streets. But they say they were actually on their way here to the bus stop where the 41-year-old was found not breathing when they got the call. Tonight, they held a vigil here in her memory. Diana Craig, or Bubbles, as her family and friends called her, honored Tuesday night.
She will definitely be missed.
Family and friends gathering near the bus stop where the 41-year-old mother was found not breathing and with signs of strangulation Friday morning near 27th Avenue and Baseline Road.
Glad they got this guy.
Diana's loved ones.
Okay, now back to the first video. The very first video I played, where this 18-year-old kid traveled from another part of New York, hundreds of miles, guys, to go to this store called Tops. Now, from what I understand, Tops is a really popular grocery store in that Buffalo area, like H-E-B is to this area or Kroger's is to other areas. So they said that this guy passed multiple Tops supermarkets to get to the Tops in the neighborhood where mostly black people shop at, and just went up in the store and started unloading on everybody. I seen the clip, because I've been on the story all day. I seen the clip in an earlier video where this one guy, which his brother was a victim to that shooting, his brother went to the Tops to buy his son, looked like he was about 7 or 8 years old in the video clip, to buy his son a birthday cake. Said his brother wasn't perfect, but he was a good dad. His brother went to the store to buy his son a birthday cake, and he got the call that his brother was dead inside the store. You know, I've seen other clips where there was women in there and men in their 70s and 80s inside that store that lost their lives. You know, I know we could talk about this all day long, but it makes no sense to take another person's life. You know, I'm a YouTuber, you know, I've been in street gangs and I done been out there publicly humiliated. I done made it to the news stations where, you know, I got arrested and stuff for some crazy stuff. You know, if you make it to a news outlet, you know that you done did some crazy stuff. And I'm not proud of any of that stuff that I did. You know, I can't change what I did in the past. But one thing that scares me is that I don't want my life being taken by the hands of somebody else. You know, but these people just shopping along, minding their own business, not thinking about, you know, anything like this happening. You know, you should better go to a grocery store and shop and not worry about your life being taken. Sit back and think about all the families who was actually suffering right now. Like I said earlier, man, like, we just getting over one pandemic and we're not even really over it, because I hear some places the numbers actually crept back up a little bit. And now we have this right here, a pure hate crime. A pure hate crime, guys. A hate crime. We so busy out here killing each other while the other ones is laughing at us. And now they killing us. It's sad, man. And I, you know, I've had people come on my comments based off some recent stuff that happened with me and other people. And they tell me that I should chill and this and that, you know. But again, when you look at this type of stuff, it makes you wonder, shutting up, doing the right thing, is it really doing the right thing? Doing the right thing could save, I mean, doing the wrong thing could actually save your life, whether you believe it or not. Yeah, people, oh, here we go again. But I often look at this story and I say, what if that was me? What if that was me? And everybody telling me, be the bigger person. Stand down, man. Be the bigger person and stand down. And wait on somebody to come and take me out. Hell no, I'm not doing it, man. You know, it's really sick with the stuff that's going on. You know, it's like, when does it stop? When does it stop? For you guys who don't know, I recently tried to repair another situation recently and turned around and got stabbed right in the back again. That's something that you guys don't know. I won't go into details, but I recently tried to repair a situation and it backfired. Still got stabbed right in the back. I got lied on just within that short period of time. You know, and like I said, we have to do what we have to do to protect ourselves. But when the hell does going to the grocery store become dangerous? When did it become dangerous for our grandparents, retired police officers and stuff like that to go to the grocery store and shop? It's getting worse and worse right here, man. It's getting worse and worse. I remember growing up, somebody said, this was pertaining to the KKK, the Ku Klux Klan. Somebody did an interview with them because they had a little rally downtown on our court steps in Fort Wayne. If you guys don't believe me, go back to the 1990s. You can actually Google it. Ku Klux Klan have a rally on the courtyard, on the courthouse steps. They legally allowed it to happen. And they said in the statement, the reason why that they stopped killing us is because we're killing ourselves. You know, this situation that happened in Buffalo clearly wasn't the case. This was a case of people just going along their everyday life and just got their life taken, man. Just got their life taken for no reason, man. Now, I know some people could be watching this video because I have a huge fan base in New York, especially in Buffalo, New York. So if you are watching this video and your family was affected by this nonsense that happened, you know, prayers out to you and your family, man. You know, you guys are in our prayers. You know, I couldn't imagine how devastating, this could actually be for people to have to get the phone calls that their loved ones, you know, are no longer here anymore. Another lady had showed a clip. Her sister was in, you know, she was a victim. She showed a clip that showed up on the television news where her and her sister basically talk every day, laugh, and it showed the video. And she said, me and my sister talk every single day. And when she had got the news, you know, you can even tell from the video clipping just how messed up and devastated that the sister was, that her sister was gone. You know, nobody should ever have to deal with anything like that. I take threats very serious, but this situation happened in Buffalo. I don't know or not if a threat was actually made. But what I will tell you, if you guys go back and watch the clips, because I can't play everything on here right now. There was a black guy, an older black gentleman, maybe around my age, maybe a little older, maybe a little younger. He had been talking to the suspect for 1 hour a day before he went in and did this. The black guy was talking to him. I'm gonna see if I can find that clip for you guys. This is a different type of video for the Cryer family than what I'm used to doing. But I had to talk about this and bring awareness to this right here. This is some nonsense, man. When the guy said that he had been sitting there, said he spent the whole hour talking to the guy who did this. And then he wondered if the guy would have killed him. You imagine that, man? You standing there talking to a guy that's about to go into a store and kill everybody, and you don't even know. Well, let me type in a store, Tops. I think that's the name of the store. Tops. There are so many clips on the story. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find the right one with the guy actually talking about it. How he was talking to the guy. Literally talking to the guy. Let me click on this right here.
We handle all types of intellectual property.
Community.
This could be the one right here. Just listen.
That the police department released the names of the people who were either injured or killed, which include 13 people. They range in age from 20 to 86 years old. They include
20 to 86 years old.
Buffalo police officer Aaron Salter, the security guard at Tops on the day of the shooting, as well as people like Ruth Whitfield, the mother of the city's retired fire commissioner. Many people here in Buffalo
This is the video.
And still in shock.
Why this Tops on this side of town? There's a reason why he picked this location. You have the blacks secluded to the east side. If
You
you
hear that?
live over here, this is the only grocery store you really have access to.
No one could have expected the chaotic scene that unfolded at this Tops grocery store in Buffalo.
I couldn't get out the bed good. I kept hearing them closer and closer.
Kishanti Atkinson says she was working at the cash register when the gunman opened fire. She hid with co-workers in a back conference room, and they barricaded the door with a table. So you're in there praying that he doesn't come?
Yeah, and I was instructing all my coworkers to.
This girl, like, she's about 18 and 19 years old. She was in there praying with her co-workers, telling everybody to be quiet so he won't come in here and kill us. She works at the store. She's a freaking cashier there. Could you imagine what?
Please be quiet so he won't hear us.
The shooting started around 2:30 on Saturday afternoon. Police say the accused gunman had driven roughly 200 miles from Conklin, New York, to kill black people.
He drove 200 miles from Conklin, New York to Buffalo just to kill black people. Just to kill us. Just to kill anybody could have been there. You guys could have been in that store. One of y'all people. Could you imagine how that sounds? He drove 200 miles from Conklin, New York, just to kill black people.
And that he was spotted there Friday, the day before the shooting.
If you ask me right now, is that kid I talked to on Friday racist? I would tell you no.
Brady Lewis said he spoke to the suspected gunman for more than an hour that day outside the supermarket. He said the topics ranged from time travel to critical race theory. You think he would have tried to kill you?
I don't know, because I obviously don't like black people, but I don't know if he would have shot me or not.
Authorities called the alleged gunman a racially...
That's what I was talking about before I played that clip. I'm glad I found it. This guy actually talked to the gunman for an hour before all the killing. He wondered if the guy would have killed him too. And you know why I think he didn't? I think he didn't harm that man because it wasn't enough for him. He wanted a whole group of people together, not just one. That one man wouldn't have been enough for him. He traveled 200 miles from Conklin, New York. He wanted to kill all that he could. Who put him up to this?
Motivated violent extremists.
He took my sister. He took my sister. My sister who I talk to every day.
Among the victims is 72-year-old Catherine Massey.
Look at this.
Her sister and niece took us into her home.
Look at this.
Some of her favorites.
Yeah.
They told us she was a beloved pillar of the Buffalo community.
Kat was our cheerleader.
She was a matriarch.
Yeah. She was, you need something, if she can do it, she would do it for you.
We also spoke to TOPS employee Zaire Goodman, who survived a gunshot wound to the neck. The 20-year-old chose not to be on camera.
I can see you kind of bouncing up and...
I wish I could find the one where the guy was standing there with his deceased brother's baby outside the store, saying that he was wanting her to get his son a freaking birthday cake. Oh my God. I'm gonna let this keep playing for a minute.
Down, and what's the emotion that you're feeling right now?
Discomfort, sadness.
One of the victims that got shot in the neck, he didn't want to be seen on camera.
Why?
I wonder why out of all the people the 3 people that were spared, I was one of them.
And Zaire's mother calling her son's survival divinely orchestrated. And that's something a lot of people here will be leaning on their faith.
That young man said his only regrets is that out of all the people who got killed, that he was spared. He would rather wanted to see one of them older people, one of them older victims to survive and his life be taken. That's deep, man. That is deep right there.
I'm saying this place will never be the same. Others saying, well, we'll never be the same. It may actually be better. They want to bounce back. It's a resilient community. You lived and worked here for 3 years. It's very hard to summarize a place in just a few words, but what would you want people to know about this area of Buffalo?
I think it's known as a city of good neighbors, and that's what you're going to see more of today. People will be coming out, trying to make sure everyone's okay. I'm talking to community organizers right now who are saying they want to make sure that grief counselors are on hand because this was a traumatic event. You had people watch people being murdered, young people, a lot of folks right now just dealing with the violence and the threat that we continue to talk about. To see an 18-year-old sort of radicalized online over the period of the last 2 years during the pandemic says a lot. And it says a lot about what we need to do as a country to move forward.
Yeah. And because...
Listen, man, I feel like this right here. I feel like somebody put him up to that. This kid did not act alone. That's my opinion. I wholeheartedly believe that this kid absolutely did not act alone. There is no way that this 18-year-old boy acted alone and killed all these people without somebody else. who motivated him to do it. Somebody put him up to it. This kid should get the punishment to the fullest extent for this. But I don't believe he acted alone. I believe he was caught alone. I don't believe this kid acted alone. Think about what the guy said earlier. He said he spoke to the guy for a whole hour. Had no idea that he was standing right next to the devil. He didn't say that part, the devil. I'm saying that part. He had no idea. He was in communication with Satan. I just feel like that kid did not act alone, man. You know what? He's not a kid. He's a grown-ass man. He's 18. He knows the difference between right and wrong. Premeditated, methodically planned this out to drive 2 hours to Buffalo. Only to kill people. Some people drive 2 hours to visit people, to surprise people. Some people drive 2 hours to take a mini vacation. This dude drove 2 hours to kill black people. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. A lot of lives was touched behind this, man. And even mine, I'm not even there. I wasn't even a part of it. Even my life was touched behind this. To just kill people for absolutely no reason. All these people who retired people, enjoying their life, going about their everyday life, just out grocery shopping, probably on a beautiful day. Retired people that worked their whole life to have their life snuffed out like this because of some 18-year-old believed in a false god or something. To have all these people's lives taken, man. The parents should be ashamed. I believe that everybody that this boy is close to knew exactly what he was going to do. When you're going to do something like that, you don't hold stuff like that in. It's impossible for what he was going to do, and what he did was a secret. It was planned out and premeditated. I hope the investigation does not stop here. I hope they investigate everybody in his household and everything, because there is no way he kept his mouth shut and had this planned out and executed it successfully, and nobody else was in on this, man. I'm getting really upset, guys. Listen, comment down below what you think of this video, man. Please leave me your thoughts and opinions on this video. Don't be shy, don't hold back. Say how you feel. How do you feel about the situation? What do you think? Do you think that other people was involved? Do you feel like that his close friends, girlfriend, and parents knew? Or his best friends knew? Just leave me a comment, man. But until next time, I'm Damian Cryer. I love you guys, and I'm out.